Hello. I'm recording this on 2/22/2025 at 2:22 p.m. It snowed. Yeah, I got a few things to say. I figure what I want to do is give this more of a conversational thing than just a, oh no, I am sad about it kind of thing. So I'll just keep going. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I've not given up on life. I've thought about it, but I have not. And we continue on. In many ways, things are better. In some ways, things are worse. But yeah, I'm still alive. But I figured what I do this time, instead of just saying the same things, is to tell you what's been going on generally with my life and catch you up. I bounced around enough times to get a job that's finally good. I know I said that before, that I was a little more comfortable, but now I kind of know what it means to be working in something that's good and successful and feels good to do. And that's something that I feel is very much better than it was. Sometimes I worry I'm going to mess it up, but when it comes down to it, it's rarer and rarer to find people who genuinely want to make the thing work, make things better. And so it's not all that hard to be successful, I feel like, if you are lucky. And I am lucky. Because once you've got what you've got, it's fairly easy to hold on to it in some cases. So yeah, that part is good. I had mentioned that my father passed. That happened last year. I was not really close to my immediate family. Never really got along, especially recently. But it wasn't like an aggressive or a mean-spirited kind of way. It was more like, you do you, I'll do me kind of way. And so it's never had a family, not that way. Except for, of course, a brother that I would count. But at any rate, yeah, he got pancreatic and kidney cancers that took him apart, and it was kind of a dumb situation where people were telling me not to worry about it, not to do anything about it, not to say anything. But I just went to go see him, just having heard that it was as severe as it sounded. And I called him and said, I'm coming, and there's not much you can do about it, because I'm going to show up at your door. And so I did. I went down there, talked to him. I wouldn't say that we came to terms on anything, but I was able to talk to him like an adult before it was too late to do that again. So 2 months later, he was gone after that. We had intended to bring the family to go and visit him, but it just never got that far. So we ended up going instead to visit my mom, which was about the same. Kind of just go and visit somebody who is in your life, but isn't necessarily like a big part of it. And my siblings as well. So we did get together for the first time in probably 13 years. And it wasn't great what happened after, because there was, I don't know, like, there was more than a few different people who were involved in the situation, and they were applying their own interests instead of my father's, and my parents didn't talk that much, so it was kind of a mess at the end. But yeah, we did go out there, and everybody kind of got along and got to see each other and talk, and that's nice. And then we came back. So that trip was fine. It was around a month before a year ago, so 11 months ago. Yeah. Besides that, this has been a period of challenging, I guess you would say, solitude for me. It's like I don't connect with people. I don't think that's a surprise, but yeah, I was struggling to connect with people, even more so now than ever before. And part of it is just bad experiences surrounding my father, bad experiences losing my best friend, and now I don't know kind of what to do. I have a hard time going to group functions because it makes me feel like the only person there who doesn't connect to someone. I have a hard time talking to people and feeling like a human being, like I belong anywhere. And when it's at its worst, of course, I always feel like I am on my own and making it worse for others. But I have no specific expiration date, at least. But that said, otherwise things at home are good. There's a lot of understanding with those issues, and my inability to connect makes it hard to move it forward. But I have gone to therapy and talked about it and tried to resolve. But it's not me here that has the issue. In many cases, it's other folks that got issues that need to get resolved, and those issues can't get resolved overnight. And I'm trying to do right by everybody, and I sometimes feel like trying to do right by everybody makes it so you do right by nobody. But yeah, I don't know always what the next step is going to be for me. So I've been trying to continually push to get past some of those issues that are holding me back, and I don't know. Yo, did you ever watch Endgame, the Marvel movie? I stopped just like it was a cartoon to let you answer. So if you have, there's a part in the very beginning where Captain America is telling everybody, yo, just take your steps, get past these things that hurt you. You can do it. It's what we all gotta do. And then the very next scene, he's like, I can't do this. Can't get past this. I have to steadfastly hold on to the things that I cared about. And yeah, that's it. I guess not everybody's built for that. I don't think everybody's built to just move on when stuff goes wrong. I can't. I don't want to. I feel like it would be a disgrace. So I don't. And I don't think that's a problem. So yeah, here's to someday. I will keep the candle lit, and I'll keep trying. That's all I can do. It's all I can hope for. And maybe along the way I find a little motivation. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I just hit a milestone, actually. What you see in front of you is a weird park, believe it or not. How safe do you think it is to have a walking path that goes right by electrical pylons? I don't know how safe. But that is a walkway that goes, a fair amount of distance. And I clocked it when I was using my app before. The distance I run, it's about 3 miles, 2.5 miles to 3 miles, kind of in there. So that route, I run that route. Now, obviously, I don't do it now because I would have to skate, and that wouldn't be very fun. Wouldn't be the same exercise. But yeah, when the snow melts, which hopefully, even if it doesn't, I'll probably still run soon. When it melts, I was running that 2.5 miles a day for a bit, and then I cranked it up by adding a bike and doing that same route in the mornings. So last year, I think I started in like July, right? And I got to a point, and this is kind of sad. I was pretty sad about it, but I'll tell you. I got to a point where I could run 3 times a week for 5 miles. And every other day I was running for 2.5, right? And I felt one day glorious, like really, really good, like I could do anything. And I wanted to finish strong because I thought that would be, something to be proud of, right? So I started cooking and running as fast as I could. And I wanted to run the last little bit, like maybe half a mile at top speed or close to it. Problem is, I'd been doing it for so long that it was straining. So I kind of felt a little bit of a pinch in my calf until I got to that last hill, and then I felt a sudden inability to move my calf, and oops, I blew it out. Somewhat severe injury, and at the time I couldn't walk. So I kind of pitifully, and I mean pitifully, like pitiful, like the worst thing you can imagine, pitiful, like your pants fall down in front of everybody, kind of pitiful. And I limped 1 foot, boonk, 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 all the way home, which wasn't far, thankfully, because I had turned it on at the very end. And I was out for like a week and a half because I couldn't run on it. And eventually it healed. Eventually I started walking. And eventually I pushed myself to achieve my goal. And my goal was to be able to do 2.5 miles in the morning and 2.5 miles in the evening 5 times a week for a total of 25 miles. And I sure did get there, even after my injury. So that's something that I was pretty proud to have achieved. And then winter hit, and I kind of gave up for a bit. But I've been eyeing getting started again as soon as I'm able to, because I'm getting itchy just thinking about sitting around more. So physically, I think I'm going to get to a point where I'm healthier and happier as well. I don't want to talk about some stuff, namely like the whole entire world going to shit. I think when I see some of these things happening, my inclination and wish is that I had somebody like you to talk to about it, because I don't. But I really wish I had somebody like you still here, because I know you relate, I know you understand. And I haven't given up on figuring that out. But I don't know. I gotta play the long game and really consider everybody's feelings as much as I can. But yeah, that sucks. And I know it sucks where you are, but it shouldn't impact the way you live, right? We gotta just keep moving forward. You shouldn't let it ruin what kind of person you are, which I know you wouldn't do. So yeah, it is what it is. That's kind of cool though. That is kind of good. I guess what I'm referring to is I just feel like I owe you for that. It's one of the things that helps me keep steady when I'm stressing is that there are people out there I can believe in, even if I can't see them. Regarding my tattoo, that shit's cool as hell. I'm rad. I'm neat. I thought it was gonna hurt really bad, but it did not. I got hyped up for it being really painful, and then I was totally fine. But yeah, I did get that because I had always intended to, and the time felt right, and I felt like I needed to have something that expressed my current mental state. Really, ultimately, it comes down to if I can't share the kind of person I am with people I care about, it's gonna eat me up. And that's very true. Because it does. So maybe someday life will be easier for me. But not boohoo. I'm still trying. I'm still pushing. I hope everything's okay with you. I'm sorry about what happened in your life. I'm much more sorry that I wasn't there. If the day ever comes I am, I'm gonna be there as much as I can be. As much time as will pass, may pass, has passed, you're my brother. You'll always be my brother. So I will see you next year, or earlier. Take care of yourself. Stay strong. Be the person I know you are.